Welcome back to SQL Made Simple. We've been on a journey, like walking through a busy market, picking only what we need. In lesson one or day one, we got to know the market, SQL and databases. Lesson two, we looked at the order in which to shop our SQL clauses. Then in lesson three, we set up our store, our database, and table. In today's lesson, we are learning how to be picky shoppers. This is where we use conditions to say, I only want ripe mangoes, not unripe ones. Or in SQL terms, I only want rows that meet a certain condition. Imagine walking into a shop and they dump all the stock in front of you. That's what happens when you run the select statement with the wildcard select all, which is the star, from the people table with no condition. You get everything. So you get to see all the fields within the table. So conditions essentially let you filter the data so you only see what's relevant. And the first type of conditions we will explore are called comparison operators. And I have put this into a table where I will try to explain what they mean. Then when we finish, we can get our hands dirty by practicing. So I believe during our elementary school days, we were introduced to operators like this. So this is something we know equal to. So where age. So if you say the condition is where the field age is equal to 18, then we are checking for 18 plus um, movie access, or not 18 plus movie access, not 18 plus, but it's exactly 18. I need to correct that. Then we have less than and greater than sign. So if you see something like this, what it means is not equal to. So where food not equal to jollof. So we are choosing everything except jollof. We don't want to see that. Then the greater than, where price is greater than 25. Then we've got items over 25 cities. We have less than, where price less than 20, items less than 20 cities. Then we've got greater than equal to, greater or equal to, where price is greater or equal to 20, items greater or equal to 20. Then less or equal to, where price less or equal to 20, items less or equal to 20. So they are simple signs, but it will provide the powerful result that you need. And this is something we know from our basic school math, and that is what we are applying here in SQL. So all that we've studied from our school days has not gone to waste. So it's time to practice. Let's get our hands dirty. So I'm going to switch to my database. Then we can work. So we are using the SQL Made Simple database. So I'm going to connect. Right. Okay, it's connected. Now I'll hit on new query. It pops up. So I'll go select to use SQL Made Simple database. So let's write our code. Select, then our star. Where are we selecting from? So from which table? So if you look at our table, we are looking at the people. So let's look at the people table. Then let me pause there first. Now let's execute. So once this is executed, you can see all the fields here. So we have person ID, first name, last name, gender, date of birth, phone number. So we get to see everything. So now let's add a filter. Okay, so we type where. So which of the filter we using? Let's use gender. So gender, and we are using what do we call it? The equal to operator, then male, then I'll type male m. Okay, but because it's a text, I'll need to wrap it up in single quotes. Now let's execute, and we only get to see the males within the list. So if you go back, if you don't want to see the entire table, we only want the first name, then what? Last name, like that. So maybe let's make the code clean from people where gender is that. Now execute. So we've managed to only select the first name and the last name. And if you want to include the gender as part of the list, we can as well do that. You run, then we get a gender field. Okay, so easy peasy, right? Okay, select. I want to see what's happening in the orders table. Okay, so from orders. So I want to see what's in there first. I'll highlight to only see that. So completed, pending, completed, cancelled, completed. So this is also a text field that we can work on. Let's see, order. I want us to look at product. So product, execute. Okay, so now we have the prices, unit in stock. So I want us to work on this one. So we want to select the product name. Okay, the price. That's all I need. Okay, from the product. Now let's add our condition where price, okay, where price is equal to 3.5. Now let's run this by hitting F5. So if price is equal to 3.5, that's what I'm going to get. Where price is greater than or equal to. Now I'll hit F5 on the keyboard and it will give me the answer. Okay, and where price is less than or equal to, I'll hit my F5. It will give me the answer. When I say it's not equal to, I'll hit my F5. Everything except 3.5. And we said we can also use exclamation and equal to as not equal to. So I'll hit my F5 and I'll still get the same result. So this is how you practice the operators, comparison operators. It's not difficult. Well done. So let me switch back to my presentation. So well done and keep practicing. Well done and keep practicing. Okay, so let's move on and let me give you some workplace tips. So a few things you need to take note of. Numbers don't use quotes. So if you're using the where clause with your conditions and you are writing numbers, you are filtering for numbers, don't use quotes, and you wrap your text in single quotes. And if it's about date, it should also be in single quotes, the format, the year, the month, and the day. So miss any of these and the shopkeeper, I mean SQL, won't understand you. So let's switch back and test it out. So let's say this, I don't use any code. Let's test it out to see if it's going to work. Yes, so now the shopkeeper is saying, what do you mean? What do you want? Okay, so that is how it works. So let's go back. So now it's your turn to write a query to find everyone older than 20 but younger than 30. Pause the video, give it a try, and this is the answer. Select from people the age greater than 20 and age less than 30. So just like saying, show me mangoes that are ripe but not overripe. So what have we learned today? We've learned how to compare values to filter our data. Next time, you will take this further with between, so you can search within a range, like asking for all items priced between 10 and 50 cities. So if you're using the between 10 and 50 are inclusive. Until then, keep practicing, keep filtering, and remember, the better your condition, the sweeter your SQL result. And I also want to draw your attention to the fact that as an analyst, you also need to be strong when it comes to your Excel skills. And I would recommend the Microsoft Office Specialist program for you. I am a certified authorized testing center, and I do have access to the vouchers, the practice test, the exam, and I can train you and protect your exams from the comfort of your home anywhere in the world. And these certifications have personally sharpened how I use IT, both as an educator and as a data analyst. So you can just hop onto my website, fitgh.net/shop to purchase. Thank you for your time. Blessings. See you in the next lesson. And don't forget to subscribe and share.